You've worked hard your entire life saving, investing, and building towards retirement. But one wrong move now could cost you more than you think. It's not dramatic, it's reality. Because while most Canadians focus on growing their nest egg, what really matters in retirement is how you use it. Here's the truth. Some of the biggest financial mistakes aren't made in your 30s or 40s. They're made in your 60s when the consequences are harder to reverse. Miss a key withdrawal window, you could end up paying 30 to 40% more in taxes than necessary. Ignore inflation, your income may not last as long as you think. Skip estate planning, your family could be left with a tax bill instead of a legacy. These aren't hypotheticals, they're real common mistakes I see all the time in my practice, but they're also preventable if you know what to look for. So in today's video, we're breaking down the most costly mistakes Canadians make in retirement, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Stefano Francescut and I'm a certified financial planner professional at Next Step Wealth Management with IPC Securities Corporation. For over 30 years, I've been helping Canadians make smarter financial decisions, from saving for retirement to turning their hard-earned wealth into sustainable, tax-efficient income that lasts. Retirement isn't just a milestone, it's a complete financial shift. And in my experience, even high net worth Canadians can run into serious issues if they don't have the right strategy going in. Today, we're going to walk through some of the most common and costly mistakes I see retirees make, especially in the first 5 to 10 years of retirement. If you're within a few years of retiring or already retired, this is information you need to hear. Let's get into it. Part 1, underestimating how much you'll spend in retirement. Most Canadians assume they'll spend less in retirement. After all, you're no longer commuting, paying into CPP and EI, or supporting kids at home. But here's what actually happens. In the first decade of retirement, especially between ages 60 and 75, spending often increases, not decreases. Why? Because you finally have the time to enjoy your lifestyle, to travel, you dine out, you look after grandkids, you buy that golf membership, you create hobbies, you do home upgrades, and more healthcare expenses as you age. I often tell clients, retirement isn't about spending less, it's about spending differently. And without a plan, you could withdraw too much too soon, or hold back too much and miss out on the years when you're healthiest. Here's a practical example. Let's say you budget for $5,000 per month in retirement, but in the first few years, you're spending closer to $7,000 a month. If your plan wasn't built for that, you may be withdrawing too heavily from your investment, which can create long-term damage, especially in down markets. The fix? Start with a clear retirement income projection. Separate your lifestyle goals into go-go years, which are more active, more spending, slow-go years, which have moderate spending, and then no-go years, which are more stable, often lower spending, but have higher healthcare costs. This gives you a much more realistic spending curve and helps your financial advisor create a withdrawal strategy that actually reflects your real life. Part 2, ignoring taxes on retirement income. A lot of people assume their taxes will automatically go down in retirement. After all, you're not earning a full-time salary anymore, right? But here's what most Canadians don't realize. Even without employment income, you may be pulling money from multiple sources. You could have RRIF withdrawals, CPP and OAS income, defined benefit pension income, rental income or investment income, business or consulting income if you're semi-retired, and potentially income from a holding company. Each one of these is taxed differently, and when combined, they can push you into a much higher tax bracket than expected. Worse, for some who count on it, you could trigger the OAS clawback, which starts when your net income crosses $93,454 in 2025. For every dollar above that, you lose 15 cents of your old age security. That adds up fast. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you're retired, 68 years old, and drawing $22,000 from CPP and OAS, $35,000 from RRIF withdrawals, and $12,000 in net rental income. That's $69,000 in taxable income. Not bad. But what if you decide to withdraw a one-time lump sum $40,000 from your RRIF, maybe to fund a trip or help a family member? You've now bumped your income up to $109,000. Not only will that extra withdrawal be taxed at your marginal tax rate, but also you'll see a partial clawback of your OAS, essentially paying more tax and losing government income in the same year. That's the kind of mistake that's completely avoidable, but only if you plan in advance. The key takeaway? You need a withdrawal strategy, not just a savings plan. A smart retirement income plan coordinates when and how you draw from each source, so you can keep your overall tax rate lower, preserve your government benefits, and stretch your retirement income further. This is where working with a financial planner, someone who can project your income and tax brackets year by year, becomes essential. A small little tweak in the timing of your withdrawals could save you thousands in taxes over the course of your retirement. Part 3, treating retirement like a static phase instead of a dynamic one. One of the biggest myths about retirement is that it's a single phase of life. You stop working, start collecting CPP and OAS, and coast on autopilot for the next 30 years. But real retirement doesn't work that way. And and treating it like a flat, unchanging timeline is a costly mistake. Retirement comes in phases, and each phase has its own financial strategy. Let's break this down. Firstly, the go-go years, usually age 60 to 75. This is when you're newly retired, healthy, active, and spending more. Travel, renovations, hobbies, helping the kids, this is when cash flow needs are highest. The mistake? Many retirees withdraw too conservatively during these years out of fear of running out of money, even when their plan says they can afford more. The result? They underlive in the best years of retirement. What to do instead? If your income plan shows you can safely withdraw $60,000 a year in retirement and scale down later, give yourself permission to enjoy that money while your health and energy are on your side. Even if you don't spend the withdrawal, it might be wise to take it out for tax purposes and set it aside for other goals. 2. The slow go years, roughly 75 to 85. Spending naturally slows down. Travel becomes less frequent. You might downsize your home or reduce vehicle expenses. The mistake? Not adjusting withdrawals to match your lifestyle. Many people continue withdrawing the same amount even though their expenses have dropped, leading to overtaxation and less efficiency. What to do instead? Revisit your retirement income strategy every few years. Adjust for lifestyle changes, inflation, and updated tax planning opportunity. This is where a dynamic, ongoing financial plan matters the most. And finally, the no-go years. This is 85 plus. At this stage, most spending is essentials based. Healthcare costs may rise, but discretionary expenses drop significantly. The mistake? Not planning for longevity or unexpected healthcare costs, or assuming everything will stay stable. What to do instead? Use insurance strategies, TFSA reserves, or even your home equity as part of a long-term contingency plan. Don't just focus on early retirement. Make sure your plan works if you live to 95 or beyond. Retirement isn't one long stretch. It's a series of shifting needs, risks, and priorities. The mistake is assuming your strategy doesn't need to evolve with you. At Next Step Wealth Management, I help clients build plans that adapt to every phase of retirement, not just their first 5 years. So it isn't just about having enough money, it's about having the right plan to use that money wisely, at the right time, and in the right way. Avoiding just a few of these common mistakes could mean tens of thousands of dollars saved, and more importantly, peace of mind through every stage of retirement. If you're within 5 to 10 years of retirement or already retired and not sure if your current plan is optimized, I'd love to help. Click the link in the description to book a time with me or someone from my team. We'll walk through your numbers, identify any gaps, and build a personalized strategy that puts you in control of your retirement income for good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.